And 3, 2, 1, boom. All right, you are live on a rather frosty but enjoyable Monday here at Boom U. This is dispatch, God knows what number. Probably about dispatch number 92, maybe 93. Anyway, you know the show. We report on the Confluence. What's the Confluence? Well, it's where meets the two forces of crude oil and cannabis. And one place to track that is right here in Wall Street. So this is we're unveiling, by the way, a new format. Not so much a new format, but check this out. New tool. Boom! Huge. My brother gave me that. Thank you very much, Pug. This is also the deck of the USS Plaid. We'll be meeting out here at 10 a.m. for scotch when it's 12 below zero. And then probably a little cannabis hit. Now, let's right from the top. Let's go nuts and let's just wrap it up. Let's get a market check. Welcome to Energy Boom 101, where we connect crude and consciousness one gusher at a time. What's the Confluence? Well, here's what it is on Wall Street. Check it out. Top stock, PHOT, that is Grow Life, down 6% today, so they exhaled. Hemp, that's hemp, up 14%, so they inhaled. MJNA, that's medical marijuana, basically traded even. And then CBIS, that's CBIS down there, that's cannabis science, they're up about 7%. Okay, so that's the cannabis end of the Confluence. Now get ready, because we're going into the crude end of the Confluence. You got CHK, Chesapeake, you got Sandridge, SD, CLR, that's Continental, Hank Ham, don't mess with them. DVN, Devon, don't mess with them, they'll outperform everyone. OEDV, Osage, we're waiting for them to explode. And APCO, our favorite buddies down there in Argentina, we think they may return to $90 a share, but we don't know for sure. Anyways, this is the market wrap of the Confluence, and the Confluence is a reporting of the cultures as they come together here at Boom U and anywhere else we find them throughout this glorious land of ours. And those are the cultures of crude oil and cannabis. And so we're also going to look through probably the Wall Street Journal on occasion and see if we can find any good stories in that. We'll also basically be showing you life as it happens. You're going to see the kids here with their minds on fire as they well, there's not too many kids right now, but you'll see a few. There's two right there. Their minds are on fire, trust me. You got the Wall Street Journal. We'll be using that. Look at Vladdy Poo. Unbelievable. We'll be using that. But so here's what we'll try and learn today. So was there any significant news in the stock world today? Well, yes, actually there was. So for example, let's just take a quick look at PHOT, Grow Life. And let's just see why they may have dropped 6%. That's a 6% exhale there, folks. Sometimes you can associate or correlate news events with that. So you go down to the headlines here, and it says, Cannabis College or Bust. The street goes to pot school. Okay, so I don't know. I can't keep up with all this, kids, but I don't see any glaring thing there about Grow Life, why they would go down 6%. But here's what you'll also want to look at. Look at the trading volume there. Average trading volume is 38 million shares a day. That's huge. So keep this in mind. Even though it's only a 34-cent per share stock, it can get to be a big stock. That's enormous trading volume. It's in everyone's hands, and Grow Life came to market I don't know how long ago. Well, I don't even know why you're watching this show, for God's sake. But anyway, that's the quick recap on Grow Life today. Now let's go to the next one. Remember, this is the four-leaf clover, kids. Don't forget that. This is the four-leaf clover index we offer you here at Energy Boom 101, and it took 20 years of research to put these together. But the four-leaf clover consists of PHOT, Grow Life, who you just saw, hemp, MJNA, medical marijuana, CBIS, cannabis science. The four-leaf clover. I know you can figure it out. Now, let's see why hemp may have popped, and on Wall Street they call that popping. Why hemp may have popped 14% today. Well, let's just take a look at the news. Big headline. This is a press release, by the way. So, Hemp Incorporated's first shipment of hemp hearts arrives in the U.S. This is a press release. I'm sure it's from the company itself. They do this quite a bit when they want to release big news. Yeah, this is from Hemp. You're going to love this, by the way. And Hemp, if you're out there, folks, you may want to pay me to proofread, because this is your press release that goes out to the world, and you have a grammatical error in the opening sentence. Let me please read it. Hemp Incorporated announces the arrival, its first shipment of hemp hearts. That should be Hemp Incorporated announces the arrival of its first shipment of hemp hearts. Now, no need to be picky here, folks, because we're looking for the news here, and it's big. Check this out. So, they're letting you know that their first hemp crop from northwest China has hit the U.S. shores. This is actually pretty wicked news. You should really read this. This is pretty cool. The hemp crop, which was planted back in 2013, yielded over 40,000 kilograms of hemp seeds and over 35,000 kilograms of raw fiber. The shipment is expected to be delivered to hemp corporate headquarters in Las Vegas on Tuesday. Hemp plans to test market the hemp hearts to wholesalers as well as retailers and find the best distribution channels. Well, I would say that sounds like game is on, and if I were guessing, and I'm only guessing, I can assure you of that this may be the reason, because you never know for sure because the market's wacky and crazy, but this may be the reason why hemp went up, or ended the day, up 14%, pretty significant. By the way, check out their average volume, 66 million. Today's trading volume, by the way, 93 million. 1/3 larger, 33% larger, probably lets you know that something's going on here in the crazy world of cannabis on Wall Street, where they're today getting pretty high, 14% inhalation. So the four-leaf clover is pretty happy so far, and we're not even 6 minutes into it, so we're feeling pretty good about the kids today having the attention span longer than a frickin' butterfly's wing flap. Now, let's go back, because we're only halfway through the four-leaf clover, and we haven't even got to the crude oil yet, so you never know what's going to happen. So the next stock that settled today was medical marijuana, MJNA. They're sort of the face of the whole cannabis movement as it's budding on Wall Street. By the way, folks, I write the different show at 9 o'clock. Nothing of note here. It didn't even move. It moved less than 1%. So nothing of note. And its average volume is 25 million. Please make note, most of these penny stocks right now have enormous volume because they're the only thing that are out there. Greater companies will come to market for the next 5-10 years, kids. So slow down. No need to buy any of this right now, but you definitely want to follow it and try and figure it out. So let's just look and see if there's any big news. Now, here's the big news. The fact that the street, that's Jimmy Cramer, the street, goes to pot school means that this thing's probably getting ready to become so damn obvious and common to everyone. Once he gives it his seal of approval, this may continue to drive everything, including the four-leaf clover, for quite some time, but who knows? But that said, nothing big in medical marijuana today. So let's move on to the final leaf of the four-leaf clover, and that's cannabis science, and it was up 7% today. So there may be some specific news that we can correlate with that movement. Let's see. Here's the latest article that's published, and that is from February 20th, so that's last week. So there's no new news, but you may want to look at this. It's an article from Seeking Alpha, and it's called Digging Deeper into This Pot Play. If you're a serious investor, you'll definitely want to read this. I'm not a serious investor. I'm in a kook, so I don't know why you're watching this. But here's what we do know. It did move up 7% today. That's significant, folks. No big news, and its average volume is 6 million, and today it drove 12 million, so it went twice as fast, and so that's why the stock went up. There were more buyers than sellers. Shocker, simple feeling there. But that might be good news, because that may mean that there's still just simply investors coming in that want to be in the sector, not anything specific to news. I think you'll find over time 1 trillion different reasons that people enter stocks for 1 minute to one lifetime. I don't know any of them, so once again, you should turn the show off now if you haven't already. But that's really it for the four-leaf clover. I'm feeling pretty good about it, so I think we've been able to sort of get a nice insight into how it's budding on Wall Street, and I hope this helps. And my suggestion would be to put in $10 worth of the four-leaf clover, and that's your tuition, and watch it for 6 months to a year, and then a year from now you'll know the game so much better than you already know it right now, and better than 99% of Wall Street. And you'll have the next 25 years to chase whatever fortunes you want to chase in the budding and long-term supported cannabis industry. Now, that's the cannabis end of the Confluence. Now, to be fair, we got to get to the crude end, and we still got a few minutes left. There's no huge news in the crude end other than our boy Hank Ham at Continental, who's a beast. Now, let me just give you a quick rundown. Continental's pretty much an oil play, run by Hank Ham out of Oklahoma. Started up in Enid. Now they've moved to Action City, which is Oklahoma City, which is booming, just like Boom U's booming. It's all booming. It's one big boom. And that's what the company's probably going to be called, is Boom. But anyways, Continental went up 5% today to $124. $124, folks. That's robust would be an understatement. They're going to continue to do this. Now, you'd look at their stock over the last couple of years, you'd see where they really got going. As a matter of fact, we're going to take you back 5 years if we can, if this thing will move, because you're going to want to see where the real buy-in came to know that there's already been a pretty significant buy-in. To me, it was right about here. I mean, you're looking back in the middle of 2011, so, close to 3 years ago, there was a smart money buy-in that may still be buying in. So, not to say that that the legs are tired with Continental. I suspect for the next 10 years they should be damn good because they're pretty much a pure oil play. And the better news is they've got plenty of work to be done on the Bakken. They'll uncork that for quite a while, and they're also getting ready. That, by the way, they run the Army of the Bakken. Hank Ham has his Army of the Bakken dispatched in North Dakota, and he's unleashing his Army of the Scoop, which is the South Central Oklahoma Oil Province. Great acronym, whoever came up with that. Hats off to you, gushers to you. But Continental Resources, that's the big activity today in the crude patch of the crude and cannabis confluence. We are now at 10 minutes. We haven't even touched the Wall Street Journal. We don't have a Daily Oklahoman to give you a little oil patch jazz, which is a bummer, but that's all right, kids, because I think you'll be happy to know that if I can just kill a few more minutes, and I know they're going by like hours and days and months and maybe even miles, but I was hoping to maybe let you enjoy a little, the bells. I'm trying to kill time for the goddamn bells, and they're not arriving, and I'm dying here. I'm dying on stage, and it's we're at 11 minutes into the hour here at K-Rig, so I'm going to just go ahead and look at the Wall Street Journal and see if we can find any thing on the confluence. The good news is, look who you got right there. He's unbelievable. Netflix will pay Comcast. Great. How Mexico nabbed a drug pen. Wicked. Musician. Oh, shit. Okay, let's just hang on. And I tell you what, let's just set the tone. Let's set up the confluence. The Wall Street confluence, should I say. If I didn't mess us up here. Well, Continental's now on top of cannabis, so Hank Ham should appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, that would be the second one. You better, and ask not. That's the third one. If you ask, you'll lose your soul. That's the fourth one. And I'm telling you. 6. Now, we will be serenaded with something, and I have no clue what. But I will take us out. You will skate away on the thin ice of the new day with Jethro Tull, which is what I wish they would play. There you go, folks. Hey, how's this for a little pop quiz? Skate Away in the Thin Ice of a New Day by Jethro Tull. Who sang it? Jethro Tull. Who's the lead singer? There you go. First person to respond to that question, I'll give you, I don't know what, I'll recognize you as being a wicked mofo. Oh, you're getting Oklahoma, by the way. That's good, that's good. Feel good about it. Feel good, feel good. This is a Dr. Feel-Good moment, not Dr. Phil. Dr. Feel-Good moment. All right, kids, I'm going to wind it on down gently. I feel good about this new format, about the flow. I feel good about letting you know that we're probably going to start a radio show. K-Rig, well, that's already been taken. But we're going to try and get something going on at Sooner Theater. And remember to drill deep into yourself, to massage the membrane of your mind, and to frack and let flow your feelings. This is the Energy Boom 321.